welcome to Conversations in the Corner. We have a first time returning guest, Anthony. Thank you for coming back. You always have to travel a little bit to see me, so I'm very grateful. So, how are you doing?
I'm good.
It's been 5 months since our last conversation.
Yes.
What's been going on with you?
Not much, but I'm glad to be here. Let's see, traveling like always and working like always, like everybody else, but everything's good.
Good.
How's everything with you?
Everything is amazing. I'm moving and I'm excited about being in a new space. And
Okay.
I'm becoming a minimalist. And I'm really trying not to buy any clothes the rest of this year and 2026. Now, I know that's not realistic for me, but I feel like if I make it a goal, even if I fall short of the goal, I won't exceed it like I normally do.
Okay.
So that's what's going on with me, just trying to cut back on expenses, get ready for retirement. I know, right? I'm 45 years old. Retirement is like around the corner. Yeah, you know.
At 45.
Not necessarily at 45, but I feel like that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't think about it.
Oh.
I want to start preparing now. So when I am ready to sit down, I can sit down comfortable. Like I want my mind frame to be wrapped around the fact that one day you will want to sit down.
You will, yeah.
So, where was the last place you traveled?
Las Vegas.
How was that? Oh yeah, because you were telling me about that. You took your son. How was that?
Well, both of my sons met me there.
Mm-hmm.
My new son, that we
Yeah.
talked about on the last podcast, he met us there. He lives in Reno, Nevada.
Uh-huh.
So he flew in from Reno. My youngest son flew in from Detroit, and I flew in from Houston, and we spent the weekend. It was nice.
I bet you that was nice.
Yeah, it was-
For both boys.
Oh yeah, we had a good time.
And do they both look alike?
My daughter, we sent her a picture of the three of us, and my daughter said, "It looks like 3 generations of the same person."
Right. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's funny.
I want to see that picture. So have you been dating?
Yes.
How's that going? Because last time you were on the podcast, you said you were looking for a wife.
I haven't found a wife.
You haven't found a wife.
But I've dated. I'm dating. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Yeah.
I don't love dating. I do and I don't. Because I'm dating too. And
You're dating 2 people, or you're dating
no, I date
as
multiple.
well?
Yeah, I'm dating as well, but I date multiple.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you a situation that happened to me the other day, and I thought it was hilarious. But you're a man, so I want to get a man's perspective.
Okay.
So we have been talking for about a year, on and off for a year, and he called me the other day. He does Uber sometimes or Lyft.
Okay.
He calls me the other day and was like, "Hey, I met somebody that was real hard on their luck, and I just wanted to give them a free ride, and I wanted to know what you thought about that." So me being a woman, the first thing that popped in my mind, because I know men don't give other men free rides. So the first thing I said was it a man or a female? That doesn't matter. But sir, it does matter, because if it didn't matter, you would be giving men free rides too as well, right? The problem that I have with that situation is not that he gave the beautiful young lady a ride, because I'm sure she was beautiful or he wouldn't have gave her a free ride. The problem that I have with that is that we and him have been talking on and off for a year.
Okay.
And he's consistently disappointed me throughout this year. He's consistently not made me a priority.
Okay.
Right? And I've given him pass after pass because I know he's dealing with things internally. Right? But why would you think it's a good idea for you to call me and tell me something that you are doing for someone else, and I'm barely getting the bare minimum out of you? Help me with that.
How am I supposed to help you?
Because I think my reply to him was a little aggressive, and I think a little bit. And he was like, I can't remember what he said, because
Well, what did you say?
I said exactly what I said to you just now. Like, you've made plans with me a few times and you've canceled on me.
Was he canceling that day? Or
No.
Did you guys have, or he was just updating?
He was just updating me because I think he wanted me to praise him on his good deed.
Oh.
I don't think he thought that out.
Okay.
Because why would you call me, a person that you continuously disappoint, to tell them about someone else that you're helping out? Me neither.
That's a good question. But you know, I tell people all the time, things are a matter of perspective. So he could have been calling to say, you know, that's his first step of doing better in communication.
Oh,
He could have been calling because he's thinking, you know, she thinks very little of me, but I am a good person and I do randomly do good for people. And so he's trying to say, you know, hey, look, this is one of my good deeds. Or he could have been just informing you. I honestly, I don't know. You'd have to call one of my exes that I've disappointed. And ask them, well, why is he doing
like, because I didn't understand, and I honestly don't even care for the why. I really don't, because like I've told him.
Well, did you ask him why?
Because I didn't, at this point I've been done, but I keep entertaining the situation because I think, you know, maybe he'll, you know, be different this time, right? But like that situation, I feel like God will throw a pebble at you first, then he'll throw a rock, then he'll throw a boulder to make sure like this is just not what you really want.
This is what I tell people: don't put God in a box, because God might have given you the opportunity to improve your communication, and that might have been the first step. And all you had to do was say, "Why?" And even if you didn't ask why then, ask why now.
I think I did ask why, but I don't think the why was even good enough for me to like retain it, because I'm telling you, like, and this is me for being one of those women who complain about stuff but still will put up with it. I don't love the word no. I don't like the word no. I'm allergic to the word no. I do know that sometimes no has to be said.
Correct.
But I feel like my man is gonna hate to tell me no. I feel like he's not gonna want to tell me no because he's not gonna want to disappoint me. And I feel like somebody who's comfortable disappointing me, it's just not for me.
That's possibly so.
Yeah.
But you do know there's no perfect human being.
No, and I completely
you're
understand.
going to hear no eventually.
Right, I do know that. However, if we go into the situation and he does not care about hurting my feelings, he does not care about disappointing me, what is the future of our relationship going to be like? Because I'm not even in a relationship with you, right?
Well, why has it taken you a year?
It hasn't. I think I'm gonna be all the way honest. I think it's because I be bored.
Now, if you're the man she's talking about and she's saying this on this podcast, that's a big red flag. Okay, so
but it is a big red flag because I'm gonna be honest with you. He was the lesser of the evil?
The lesser of two evils?
The lesser of 5 evils, maybe. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, so if he was the closest at the time that I felt like, and I felt like we could build something together. I felt like if I showed him certain parts and I could encourage him, right, to do better. And it just wasn't the year I've been encouraging, and he's just not really.
You ever hear the saying, people are brought into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime?
Right.
There might have been a season behind it, not necessarily the lifetime component. And so whatever you learned in that season, you've learned.
I did, and I learned. I'm gonna tell you something. I've learned a lot from him, actually. Okay. Not only what I don't want, but it was like a sign from God that, you know, you just keep holding out. He's not him, but the guy that is for you is close. So just relax, because he's coming. I might not be ready for him yet. That's why God is keeps sending me these replicas because he knows I'm not ready. But in every replica, I learn something new.
Okay.
Even on how to be a better woman, I'm working on that because I know I'm not perfect. I'm really close, but I know I'm not. I'm not. I have room to be more perfect.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that. So what were you gonna tell me earlier, and then I told you not to tell me?
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
And it really goes into what the exact same thing of what you just asked me. What if, okay, so this is what I was going to say. And then I'm going to use your example, your relationship as an example. And I say Christians would be mad at me for saying it. Because you always hear, and not all Christians, but not all Christians would be mad at me, but you always hear us pray as Christians. You always hear us pray, and we ask God to allow us to be a tool. Use me, Lord. Use me. We ask for that. We'll be on stage praising God. Oh, God, use me as a tool. Use me. I'm ready. The scripture says who will go and you say, choose me, Lord. Choose. And we want to be used. We ask God to use us as a tool. It seems like when we ask, we want to be the next Martin Luther King Jr. We want to make an impact when we ask. It's like we vision that he wants us to do something great. We're asking God to use us. Now let's use you for an example. You say, God, use me. I'm open. I'm here. Use me. God said, okay. I have this young man, Tito. And Tito needs some guidance. Tito needs some help. Tito is lost. Tito came to me and asked me for a blessing to help him get his life together. And he looked, and God said, you know what? Tish said she wanted to be used as a tool. So the other 4 guys, I'm going to tell Tish, is not the one. Because I want her to get to Tito and make an impact in his life. So for a year, you're dealing with Tito. Now you're at the end of the year and you're thinking, man, why did I go through this? Why did I do this? Why did I spend a year? You went through it because you asked God
oh my God.
to use you as a tool.
I don't think I did.
You asked God,
I don't think I did.
But my point is, even if in this example, my point is we do it all the time in prayer. So you might have prayed it 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't understand. It's not about Tito, but you asked God at one point in time to use you as a tool. His time is not our time.
Right.
So if you asked 5 years ago, you might have asked 10 years ago. You might have said it. You was visiting a church and you say, God, use me. And God, our time is different than God's time. He might have said, you know what? Now is the time I'm going to bless Tito. How am I going to bless Tito? I'm going to use Tito.
Now, I do believe that.
And now what happens is a year passed, you're thinking, why did I go through this? This man has never been there for me. This man has never... But you impacted his life.
Right.
Sometimes it's not about you.
You know what? I not completely agree with that. I really do. Because I don't even think I was necessarily put in his life for him. So it's other people in his life that I really adore, that I think I was even, so you
but
are
see,
absolutely
see
right.
What you're saying, but I think, it's not about what you thought.
I know.
You told God at one point in your life, in 45 years, you told God somewhere to use you.
Not as a tool, God. Me and God done had many conversations. And I'm telling you.
Your word may not have been tool,
the whole
but
time
you kept, God
every time you kept, I rebuked it. Every time you said it. Because you said it like 8 times. And I know I've never said that, God.
It doesn't have to be the word tool. But even if you asked him to use you as a vessel, if you asked him to use you to be a blessing to others, That was God's
That
way of
was
using
God.
you
Now that I
to
have
be a
asked.
blessing to Tito.
Yeah, you
now
gotta-
you want a blessing to Tito. Now it's not about you. Now you looking back over the year. Another example. Same type of scenario. Went to a Denny's. This is in my book as well. Went to a Denny's.
Where can we pick up the book?
It's not, I'm not complete.
Published, okay.
Trust me, when it's published, I'm gonna be like, hey, pick up my book at. But went to a Denny's in Las Vegas. Talked to one of the waitresses, and the waitress was having a hard time, you know, and she was extremely, extremely nice. Gave her a nice tip, talked to her. She shared about how she's been working hard for her family, blah, blah, blah. Now, when it was done, when the conversation done, I left Denny's. But how did I get to Denny's is the question. Now, she might have needed a blessing. She
Right.
might have asked God that morning, God, I need a blessing. I need something different to happen today. I don't want to deal with all these crazy people. She might have asked God. Now, God looked back and said, you know what? Anthony said back in 1993 to use me to be a blessing to somebody else. And so that morning, I went to the airport, flying standby. Went to the airport, checked in. The lady at the counter knew I was there. I checked in. I told her I was here. But the whole airport area, the gate was crowded. So I went and sat down somewhere else. While I was sitting there, I was playing my little game on my phone and I missed my
The call.
So I went back to the gate and the lady was like, no, we called your name. And they gave a seat to somebody else. And I'm
Right.
thinking to myself, oh, Lord. But all day, the flights were all booked up. So I go back to the hotel. Now, coincidentally, my son had overslept. My youngest son had overslept, missed his flight. So he was already at the hotel. So while my sons and I got together, we said, let's go get something to eat. And we went to Denny's. Now, if I would have not, well, if my son would not have missed his flight, he wouldn't have been there with me and wouldn't have recommended we go to Denny's. If I wouldn't have missed my flight, I wouldn't have been there, and I wouldn't have went to Denny's. And then the assistant, the waitress or the server may have been blessed by somebody else, or they may have not been blessed that day, but God made all these other things happen for us to be where we were at that given time, to be the blessing in which He wanted done, that we asked to be so many years before. Or it could have been the day of, could have been that morning. But what we do as people, we tend to look at the negative. I missed my flight.
Right.
That lady knew I was there. I checked in. This, that, and other. Why this, that? You know, we're so busy giving the devil attention
Right.
on the little things that happen that we can't even see that we were a blessing to somebody else that prayed or might have prayed earlier for that blessing. So that's all I'm saying. And it's in my book. You have to get my
But
book.
why would you say Christian? You said something earlier that would make Christians mad. I was waiting on
Because,
that.
no, I say that because we as Christians always praying to be a blessing to someone.
Oh, okay.
But we don't take into consideration how God is going to use us.
Yeah.
We want to be used. We say we're open to be used. But when it happens, we're looking at, why did I have to go through this? Why did I have to miss my flight? Why did I have to do this? Why did I have to? And we sound like the victim.
Right.
And you can think, well, I pray all the time. I go to Bible study. I read my scripture. Well, I'm going through, because it's not about you. You are being used. You are being a vessel.
Okay.
The
church.
same way you asked
Yeah.
to be a vessel.
Right.
But we so busy thinking about it in our mindset. I want to be the next Martin Luther King Jr. When I say use me as a
Yeah.
vessel, I want somebody to see, or I want to feel this joyous because I asked God to use me as a vessel, and but we can't tell.
Pick and choose our
Thank
journey.
you. We
Pick and
can't-
choose our challenge.
Exactly. He does that. So if you want to be a vessel, be a vessel. That's my message.
Well,
If
let
you
me
wanna be a
say,
vessel, be open to be a vessel. Be open
have
to the
prayed.
outcome of it.
Yes, I have asked God to make me a blessing. I'm definitely a soldier for God. He gives me orders daily. So that situation I might have, like, because I'm gonna tell you how he got me. Like, it was like the cheat code that he used to get me, to lock me in, had to come from God. Because God knew the words to say to me. And it tricked me. But it's okay. I'm not, it wasn't a trick. Because I'm not mad at it. I've learned a lot.
See?
I've done a lot. Anything that I've done, I don't regret it. I don't regret him at all. He's not a bad dude. He's just not me. He's not for me. And I love that
my apologies.
I love that I love that God allows me, honestly, to kind of, because it's not horrible, right? I'm not going through anything tragic. I'm just having fun, having conversations, meeting new people, and that's always fun. So where are you going next? You got any trips scheduled?
You know, my mother's having her 80th birthday party. Hey, Ma. She's turning 80 she told me not to tell people her age. Ignore that part. But she's having her birthday party in November, so we're going to Detroit.
November what?
28th.
Oh, okay.
But that's not her birthday.
When's her birthday?
That's when we could get the hall. Her birthday is December 5th.
Oh, she's still a Sagittarius. Good heart. Very good woman. So am I invited to her party? Are we getting a dance hall?
No, you're not invited, but...
Why would I be invited? Wow.
But, it is at the Rooster Tail in Detroit.
So is that like a public place?
No.
So it's private?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be a guest list?
It is a guest list.
So you telling me if I showed up, you're not letting me in? Think about this.
You want me to tell you this on this?
That's crazy, Anthony.
It costs too much to have people randomly showing up. I'm sorry, if you're not on the guest list, you will not be showing up at the door, and we will not be opening the door to let people in. That is cost too much.
I thought you know what this is equivalent to? You know what what you just said to me is equivalent to?
What?
So women are the dumbest thing that God
I did
created.
not.
That's the exact same thing.
No, it is not.
It's the exact same thing.
It's not. How is we throwing a party,
and I can't
party
come
for my mother, equivalent to saying women are the dumbest thing?
For me. That's how you broke my heart. That's how you hurt me.
Nobody believes that, right?
Yeah,
Nobody believes that.
I want to go to Detroit. I want to be cold.
You can go to Detroit.
I want to go to Rooster Tail. Is it a Rooster Tail?
No, I'm not repeating.
I want to go to the Rooster Tail and get some catered food, some lobster. Because I know you doing it real big.
We ain't doing no lobster.
What y'all doing?
I don't know. I'm not over the menu. But trust me, it ain't lobster.
So when you going back to Puerto Rico?
Probably in a couple of months. Yeah, probably in a couple of months. Probably about January, February of 2020.
So you really going back, huh?
I love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, you know, to me, we all have to find our peace.
Yes.
And Puerto Rico brought a peace to me that I never experienced anywhere else. And I have traveled all throughout the United States. I've been to Canada, to Puerto Rico, to Jamaica, to California, to New York, to everything in between. And it's the only place that ever gave me a peace of mind and a peace of spirit. And so, yeah.
You know, I got that in Puerto Rico too, but the Woodlands does that for me.
The Woodlands here?
I know.
Oh, you bougie.
I'm not at all. I'm not at all. But I love it. I love the water. I love the walkways. I just love being out here. Like, it's just so peaceful. And it's scary for me because the longer I'm out here, the more I fall in love with myself. And the more I don't have to leave. Like, I'm literally in a relationship with myself. I go to happy hour by myself. I can go to the movies by myself. I can do it. It's fun.
Yeah.
The only reason why I want to go to Puerto Rico by myself, I do, but I don't because I don't want to pay for everything by myself. But I want to go back because it was so peaceful. I fell asleep on the beach. Like,
oh yeah, people do it all the time.
But no, usually now I am bougie in that way where I need like a blanket, a towel, an umbrella. I had none of that, and I fell asleep under a tree.
You were with your daughters?
Yes, my daughter and my son.
Okay.
My daughter and her friend. We had a really good time. And they'll never see this because they don't watch my podcast. But I don't want to go with them ever again because they were not fun. They were very.
This will be the episode they watch.
They not gonna watch it. They don't. They completely ignore me. They never have their own money. Well, my son did have some money this time. My daughter, okay, they did have some money this time because I was adamant. So you know how usually when you go to a restaurant, you try to do one tab and the parent pays for all that. I was not doing it this time. I said my daughter can pay for it and I'll send her my money. Like I had to figure it out. I'm not doing it anymore. Another thing, the reason why I will never go with my daughter again is she decided to wear a bonnet in the airport on the way back. I know. And she knows how I feel about that. We've been going through that since she was a little kid. We do not wear a bonnet outside the house. And for you to wear it in the airport and refuse to take it off, she ain't got to worry about me booking a flight for her ever again. Because the disrespect is crazy. That's the equivalent to wearing a do-rag in the airport. We don't do that. And so they won't be saying this. So I can talk my big girl. I can talk my big girl because they not gonna watch this.
When you go to Puerto Rico, my thing is you have to leave the tourist area. Rather you fly into San Juan or you take a cruise ship, you have to leave the tourist area. The tourist area is nice. You can find some real. They have a bar there. I think I told you about it.
We went to a few places.
While you drinking.
Oh, no, I didn't go to that.
Oh yeah, they have a bar there. They have live entertainment on the streets that are just so beautiful, especially at night.
Mm.
But when you leave the tourist area and you just go where the locals are, oh my God.
What I love is they look like us.
A lot of them do.
They look exactly like us. My son, he was identical. Hair and everything. So they look just like us. That's what I loved. I'm like, I could really, and it wasn't horribly expensive.
No.
Like I could get an apartment over there very cheap.
Yeah.
So
when I first looked into it, the guy told me, he said, you could get an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment away from the water for $700.
Yeah.
And close to the water for $1,400.
Yeah.
And so I moved outside of San Juan in the Fajardo. I had a 3-bedroom and it was about $1,700. But I was walking distance to the Atlantic Ocean. So I went to the beach every day. I would go to the beach for lunch, so it was just...
That's the life I want.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, but...
I really believe that's where God wants me to be. It's just walking on the beach. He does not...
You don't get what you're doing as long as you're walking on the beach?
He wants the soft life for me. And I know that I have to go through a few things. Like, I know he wants me to be a minister. Yeah.
Really?
He stays on me about it all the time. Like, I know it's him and not me. I know it's him and not me because literally I wake up with it on my mind.
Okay.
I go to sleep with it on my mind. It's him. Like, I have this Bible app that he's like, you're supposed to be reading your app. And then I have a mentor. He's like, you're supposed to be calling your mentor. Like, I cannot shake it every day. Every day it's on my mind. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I know not one Bible verse. I might know, lean not on your own understanding. But I'm not one of those people who can just spit out a Bible verse to you. That's not me. So I'm trying to figure out, how am I going to be preaching or ministering if I don't know any Bible verses? And he's like, don't even worry about that.
Yeah. You'll learn them.
I know.
You'll learn them, and you'll also be driven by the Spirit. And your Spirit will guide you and tell you what to do, what to say, how to say it.
Yeah.
I recently spoke at Southwest Airlines, and the speaking engagement was on leadership. And I got in the room. No, people wouldn't believe me if I said this, if they were there. I got in the room and I was nervous. And I have spoken to people from 1 to 1,400 people. I've spoken on many platforms. And when I asked the people at Southwest, I said, is it time for me to start? And they're like, yeah, whenever you're ready. Start whenever you're ready. And I said, okay. And I went and I closed the door and I walked to the mic and it came out. It just flowed. And I was like, wow. I was surprised. It really flowed. So let the Spirit lead you.
Yeah.
And you'll be
And that's what I'm doing.
high and fine. You'll be surprised.
I know when I tell you I'm definitely doing that, because I don't know necessarily. I know he keeps sending me different people. He sends me different people. Mark, thank you for the video. He sends me different people to send me things that I should be watching and researching and educating and all that good stuff. So I know that, but that's how I know it's God, because he just keeps sending me different people to, like, I was supposed to go to Bible study yesterday, and I had every intention, Mark, on coming to Bible study. I had every intention, but
Mark, she's gonna come.
I'm coming. And where I'm moving, when I told him where I was moving, he was like, "Oh my God, that's right close to the church. You have to come." I'm like, oh, "Okay."
What church?
I forgot the name. I know it starts with a C. Mark, forgive me. I'm gonna call you when this is over, because they sent me the name and everything, but I just forget. But I know the Reverend's name is Reverend Marcus.
Okay.
Yeah, Pastor Marcus. Watch it, that not be his name. So I'm gonna go, especially if it's really close to my house. And Wednesday nights are a little bit, I have less going on Wednesday nights.
So I wasn't going to say this, but if my mother saw this podcast, she would throw bricks at me if she knew I didn't say it. I've had to call in a minister on my life for a long time. And my mother is always on me. And now you're talking to a person with multiple degrees.
Yeah.
I've done multiple things, and my mother has always been like, "But you still haven't."
But does she know? But does she not know you are, though? Because you can minister right now. We're having church.
Yeah, but she, yeah.
Just because,
and it's so funny because I really enrolled at Ashland Theological Seminary before. And that's too long a story to explain why I didn't.
I enrolled in school too. I'm gonna tell you, I enrolled. I'm not gonna call out the university. I enrolled into the university and everything, and they had everything was online. Everything, and so I was teaching myself. I'm not paying $300 a credit hour to watch YouTubes and write a report about it. I can do that myself.
Well, I wasn't having that issue.
I was having that issue. I'm not doing it. So after the 15th YouTube, I'm like,
I can YouTube video.
Yes.
We have to talk offline about that.
Yes.
Because I'm a college professor.
Right. There were YouTube videos, and after that, I was like, I can really do this myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that. Like, that's $300 an hour. Like, no, we're not doing that. And so I got through the semester, but I just didn't go to the next semester. Because I was like, we're not doing that. That was too much. But
That's interesting.
I know, I don't think I'm supposed to be a minister over a church.
Right.
I think I'm supposed to be this, or just minister to people in general, because people always come to me. But I think God just wants to make sure I'm giving out the right information.
Right. I'm the same way. I don't think that it's in my future to run a church.
Right.
With myself, I think I'm too forward and too direct. And I don't think people are. They're either going to hate me or they're going to love me.
Right.
Because just like I said about the whole, you pray and you want to be a blessing, but then you looking in the mirror mad that you had to go through this. My way of looking at things is so much different. And people tend to put God in a box, even when they say they don't, because they'll say, well, God talks to me this way. So to me, you're putting God in a box because you're saying how God talks to you. Like that limits the way in which he can talk to you. He only talks to me through prayer or through blessings or through dreams.
Yeah.
But what if he chose today not to?
Well, I'm going to tell you how I feel like God talks to me sometimes. Sometimes he talks to me, and I don't even know how to say this, through injury. Like, for example, I got stabbed on the 21st with a picture frame. And I was in the middle of doing something good for somebody, right? It stabbed me bad. And I was thinking, right here, it's starting to heal now. And it's the biggest gash I've ever had. And so right after that, I got stabbed with another picture frame. Mind you, I'm doing something good. And I said, God, what is going on? Like, what did I do? Because I feel like what did I do? Tell me what I did, because you stabbing me all up. And I think the point he wanted to bring back to me is A, make sure you're doing everything that I was doing for the right reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And B, slow down. And I think that was the message that he sent me through a stab. Because I had to slow down, really regroup, and because I was bleeding everywhere.
Oh, wow.
It was a bad stab. And I don't like needles. I wasn't going to the hospital. So I had already made up my mind. It was big enough for, I really probably should have went and got stitches. But stitches hurt. So I wasn't doing that. So I've been peroxiding it all week. And it's good. It's doing good. But I feel like God does talk to you in different ways. All kinds of different ways.
All kinds of different ways. Because you know what else he could have been telling you?
What? What?
It hurts.
Yeah, it hurt. What hurt? The stab?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it hurt.
But guess what?
What?
You live.
I did live. And I lived to talk about it. Because I really,
talk about it.
I felt good.
And I might have needed to be the testimony that needed to hear about it.
Yeah.
Or you.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you, and it made me feel, I'm going to tell you, wow. It made me, and it might have been this. So, I don't think Daddy watches my podcast. Somebody else got stabbed the very next morning. Well, not stabbed, he cut himself on his finger. He went and got stitches. I felt so strong that whole day. I didn't get no stitches. I'm a beast. That's how I feel.
I don't know if that was wisdom, but okay.
I felt so good. I still feel good. Like, cause I'm like, yeah, I handled that. They might not have been the message God was saying, but that's what I got, God.
You know what? Get you a scripture.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't remember the address,
Mm-hmm.
get you a scripture. Live by it.
Mm-hmm.
Implant it in your mind, your body, your soul. And that's just the first step.
Yeah.
And you just...
It just flows.
My scripture is, when I was a child, I think as a child, I understood as a child. I spoke as a child, I understood as a child. I think as a child, I understood as a child, I spake as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things.
I say that to my son. Now, mine.
So
the
see,
one,
you know.
I know, but I don't know who. I don't know where it came from. Where did it come
It's in
from?
1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians. See, I didn't know that part. Now, somebody text me the whole one because I was telling him my favorite one is, but I didn't know it was the whole. It was lean not on your own understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got the whole one in my phone, so I don't know the whole thing because he was like, it's a front to that and back to that, you forgetting. But my favorite part of it is lean not on your own understanding. Because
But that's the part that might have the most impact in
it
your
really
life.
does.
It's not leaning onto your own understanding.
God know I don't know what I'm doing. I just be and just one thing I've learned about when you said earlier, God know me. I feel the same way. God know if it's too hard, she might not do it.
But God also showed you,
I know.
no matter how hard it is, it might hurt.
It might hurt, but you're gonna get through
But
it.
you're gonna get through.
I definitely know. Yeah, he been showing me that for because I've had some pain. And the fact that I was talking to a man the other night, and he was saying something. What was he? I could tell he was bringing in the negative from his past relationships into this conversation. And I was saying to him, I really want you to pray to God that you don't do that. And his response to me was, see how you trying to control stuff? Me asking you to pray to God that you don't that you don't bring that negativity to this was me trying to, let me just not even bother with you, sir. You're crazy. But I just, yeah.
And thank you for tuning in because
oh my God. We over the time. Thank you so much. You have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. See you later.